The government of Argentina has agreed to recognize the Society of St. Pius X as Catholic, but the move is for government purposes only. Nothing has changed in how the Church views the schismatic group.
Wouldn't you think that news like this would elicit some sort of positive, perhaps hopeful response from our friends the Neo-Catholic? After all, it's not as if the Society of St. Pius X is, I don't know, pro-abortion, pro-euthanasia, pro-sex education in the classroom. These are our fellow Catholics struggling with issues of conscience and church teaching since the Second Vatican Council. They're trying to work things out. They're fellow Catholics. If you're really so worried about the schism, doesn't this story down in Buenos Aires give you some hope? Hey, maybe it's going to be resolved soon. This is a step in the right direction. Apparently not. The Neo-Catholic establishment really must cease its spiteful calumnies of the Society of St. Pius X's adherents, whose heroic perseverance in the traditions of the Church will certainly be vindicated by history. What really motivates these guys?
Malice. They can't bear to see the society coming close to the point in history where it will, in fact, be vindicated.
As one who sees the situation in Rome as being so out of control under Pope Francis, I'm not even eager to have the Society of St. Pius X sign a deal with Francis because I just don't trust him after what happened with the Franciscan friars.
They already are submitted to the authority of the Pope. They would follow anything the Pope teaches. If the Archbishop of Buenos Aires were to call for fasting and reparation in order to stem the tide of abortion, they would do it. Who are you kidding, Mr. Miras? You wouldn't rejoice. You don't want to see it. You can't bear the thought that any archbishop would actually recognize that they are in communion with the Church, which is exactly what the Cardinal has just done. Sorry, Mr. Miras. That's the reality.
These guys are so compromised. That's why they don't like the Society of St. Pius X. They've gone along with the whole revolution in the Church. The reason they don't like the Society has very little to do with schism. It has to do with the cause of the schism, which is the resistance that Archbishop Lefebvre and the entire Society of St. Pius X raised in the face of obvious revolution in the Church that these guys caved on. Isn't that it?
Once it happens, his entire position is extinguished instantaneously.
The society will sell out. They will give as much ground as he's given. If they will accept communion in the hand, accept Assisi and everything else, oh, then they're fine. Then we have a big party, we pop the champagne corks, and it's wonderful because they made the same sellout.
Horror of horrors, that they could have been wrong all along and that the society could have been right all along. For Cardinal Poli to do what he did, to erect the Society of St. Pius X, a society of diocesan rights, signals the end of the entire Neo-Catholic narrative. Once the society is regularized, those who defended the loss of integral tradition at every step of the way, like Mr. Voris, those people will have been thoroughly discredited before the bar of history. They can see it coming, Mike.
They know, absolutely.
And they're terrified of that.
The thing that is so conspicuous are any genuine expressions of appreciation for the work that they've done. That's what's missing. In the absence of that, to be replaced by, no, you're still outside the Church, and like acting like a little child throwing a fit, to me that gives the whole game away. These are fellow Catholics who accept every single tenet of the creed with us. And for you not to appreciate and to love and to hope for the best with respect to them and that their work would continue, but instead just keep them out, gives it away. When I see Miras and Voris and these guys acting this way, I'm reminded of Pastor Fred Phelps. And sometimes when I see the vehemence with which they attack the Society of St. Pius X, it seems like they're almost in the employ of the worst enemies of the Church and the greatest propagators of the revolution. That is 600 Catholic priests that are going to be exercising their influence from all over the world so that the Synod goes in the right direction. Is this a particularly good time to attack the Society of St. Pius X? I don't think so. And I almost like the idea of the society being right where they are, right on the edge. Every day they pray for the Pope. Every day they pray for the local bishop of the diocese in which they are, fighting against all of this that's going on from a position that I think is more effective than maybe even from the inside. The very last thing that we should be doing is tolerating anyone that's attacking the society or principled resistance such as Cardinal Burke is raising right now. We need to come together.